We may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. This is not just poetry, this was her life. First, I'll examine Maya Angelou's early life and challenges. Then, I'll go into her literary accomplishments and the impact she had. Lastly, I'll discuss how her activism shaped the history of today and her role in the civil rights movement. Angelou was born in 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri, and conquered significant hardships like sexual abuse. According to the Maya Angelou bibliography in 2021, Angelou's early years were marked by pain and adversity, including the trauma she experienced after being raped at the age of 7, which led her to stop speaking for nearly 5 years. During this time, Angelou found peace with her grandmother and her literature. Her grandmother impacted her most significantly and encouraged storytelling and reading, giving Angelou a more profound passion for literature. According to the Maya Angelou's Foundation in 2022, Angelou's grandmother, who owned a general store in Stamps, Arkansas, inspired her to develop a strong sense of identity and purpose. Since her earlier struggles were such a struggle, Angelou found power in her voice as a literary queen. Maya Angelou's literary accomplishments and influence. Her breakthrough work was I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings. One of the most significant impacts on Angelou's life came when she published her audio biography, which was I Know Why Caged Birds Sing. The book, published in 1969, became a bestseller and is considered a classic in American literature. According to Penguin Random House 2021, in I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, Angelou recounted her early years, capturing both hardship and resilience that defined her life. After such an accomplishment, she didn't stop there. She began writing numerous amounts of literature, including poetry, essays, plays, and songs. Black women started to feel empowered by her words of literature, including Phenomenal Women and Still I Rise. According to the Poetry Foundation in 2023, Angelou's poems have been read worldwide and have become anthems of empowerment, celebrating strength in the face of adversity. But she didn't stop there. Her activism and civil rights work had an enormous effect on American history. She had sustainable involvement in organizing events for equality and justice, and worked with Dr. Martin Luther King and Malcolm X. Going back to the Maya Angelou Foundation in 2022, Angelou's involvement with the civil rights movement included working with the coordinator of Southern Christian leadership, like I said, under Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. She then became a global with her activism, advocating for peace, equality, and the empowerment of marginalized people. Angelou's work also transcended the boundaries back in the times, as she spoke about things that were not spoken about. For example, the racism, the sexism, the poverty, things that weren't spoken about that still had such an impact on the world. Maya Angelou's global influence can be seen in her international tours, where she spoke on human rights and through her work with Unsino, and that was quoted by Unsino 2021. To conclude, Maya Angelou's power to speak and write was one of her most considerable contributions to the world because people were scared to speak. She used her voice to shape the world that we have today. And that's why we are so lucky to have her, because she made so much of an impact